Hey guys, Preston here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are breaking down. Alright, sorry guys. Anyways, Rick Carlisle is the Indiana Pacers' new head coach. I'm not sure if any of you all are aware. I believe I've mentioned it several times. I got at least one Pacers video out. I wanted to do more, but didn't really get to it. But yes, so I'm a Pacers fan, so this is a Pacers fan's perspective on the new hire of Rick Carlisle. If I'm being honest, this is who I wanted from the start. I got really nervous when I saw the interviews coming out, and it was like Clifford and Scott's and I think, is it Scott? Rick Scott? I don't know. The Blazers old coach and the Magic old coach. I was like, gosh, why would we do these retreads? And technically we did get a retread, but we got the best retread. I think most people believe that Rick Carlisle was the best coach available on the current market, along with the fact that there was, for example, a lot of rumors that he'd just end up taking, sorry guys, the Bucks job if Budenholzer got fired. So maybe we have to thank Kevin Durant's giant foot for giving us Rick Carlisle. So thanks, KD. The camera looks weird. Oh well, sorry guys. It's the newer phone, so I haven't really figured out everything yet with settings and stuff, but it's whatever. Okay, so it's a 4-year, $29 million deal, so that's huge. I think they said this was the most we paid for a coach. It's more than Vogel and McMillan were paid combined. So the Pacers are showing a serious investment into this. I guess they're serious about being good again. So the people talking about tanking, it doesn't seem very likely. You don't pay a guy like Rick Carlisle $29 million for the Pacers. That's a lot of money. You don't do that if you plan on just blowing it all up anyways. He also made some comments basically equating to the fact that it's unlikely they make a lot of moves. He did leave it open because he said, you know, the GM could make moves, but he'd be happy with just keeping the current roster, which is something we've heard 3 years in a row now. But to be fair, the injuries do have happened every single freaking year. So just one time it'd be nice to see the team healthy, you know, but, you know, it probably never happened. Anyways, just more about Carlisle. I don't know if you know, I imagine most of you know who he is. I mean, he's a long-time, highly accoladed NBA coach. He coached the Pacers from 03 to 07. So just real quick about Carlisle in case anyone didn't know or just wants a refresher. He played basketball and coached basketball. So where's it at? He was drafted in the third round of the 1984 draft by the Celtics. He played from 84 to 89 for the Celtics, Albany Patrons, New York Knicks, and New Jersey Nets. Then as a coach, he started as a Nets assistant in 1989. In 94, he took a Blazers assistant job. And then in 97, he came to us as an assistant for the Pacers. So this is his third different stint with the Pacers, twice as a head coach. From everything I heard, is this him and his family, they love Indiana, they love Indy. And there's a legitimate connection there that's been forged through the years, mainly the fact he was an assistant for 3 years from 97 to 2000. And then he was our head coach from 03 to 07. Some really good years in there. Which trying to see, guys. Sorry, it's a while ago, but he led the Pacers to the Central Division title and the NBA's best regular season record at 61-21 in his first year for the 03-04 season with the Pacers. So he had really good years. Basically, his first 3 years were really good. The fourth year they missed the playoffs and we got rid of him. Yeah, Bird fired Carlisle. So I guess it just, you know, it ended there. Nothing else much. Then obviously he went to the Mavs in 2008, and that's where most of his success came from, winning the championship in 2011 and just being relatively successful over there. He was also coach of the year in 2002 with the Pistons, which is where he was before the Pacers, and All-Star Game head coach in 2004. So I guess that's an accolade if you want. Just in general, we can look at some of this stuff. Basically, I think this was just, there's not a lot to say. I'm trying just to give you some basic numbers and stuff happened here. We'll start with the fact, here we go. So I'll do this. The 4 years he was in Indiana, he was at or above 500 for every year but the last one. So he was 744 win percentage in his first year, which is fantastic. 537, then 5, and then 4. So it went downhill each year, unfortunately, but that was a long time ago. So the people worried about that, I'd say, like, you know, relax a little bit. This was clearly our best choice by far. I really don't think there's much of debate for that. If you disagree and think there's someone else we should have hired, feel free to comment that below. I'll gladly discuss that with anyone, but I just think he was the best move by far. Then he had pretty relative success with the Mavs throughout his career. I mean, the last 2 years he was well above 500 with a 5.73 and a 5.83. It's important to note that he was not fired from the Mavs, okay? He was not fired. I don't even think they asked him to leave. It wasn't like a mutual thing from what I saw. I think he requested to leave. He just felt like he ran his time there, and he loves Indiana, so it worked out that he gets to come back. That's another point thing. He's coaching for a team. He's motivated to coach here. Like, he actually likes the city. That doesn't happen very often, if we're being honest. Unfortunately, the small market teams don't get a lot of love, and Indy feels like it's one that gets probably the least amount of love. So not every coach, you know, is like ecstatic to come to Indy. It's good for them because it's an opportunity. It's a head coaching gig, but not everyone like truly loves where they coach, and so it seems like Carlisle's motivated to be really good here. He's made some comments saying he really likes Miles Turner, so that's something I kind of enjoy. I'm not ready to give up on Turner. I know some people are, but I think him being out last season, it just proved how valuable he was to this team defensively, because we were just not good defensively when he was not on the court, and I think we all noticed that. There still could be some roster shakeups. It's not really in his hands. It's up to Kevin Prichard and you know, ownership and stuff. We'll see what happens there. But in terms of just coaching, I think we got the right guy. Like I said, pretty well. There was a slump in 18 and 19 where the records weren't great, but they bounced back again. And then before that, general success. I mean, basically he only had 3 seasons below 500 in total with the Mavs, and they bounced back pretty well. The concern you could definitely look at and pay attention to is the fact that it's another guy who, since 2011, he has either missed the playoffs or lost in the first round every year, which is, well, very unfortunate, to say the least. That's something that we have had to deal with for a while now, and it's not what you want to have to see all the time. But like I said, though, with the situation we were in, he was still the best option, guys. I get having some concerns about it. You know, like I said, the playoff record being the biggest thing, or maybe you just wanted someone way younger. But the problem was we tried that, right? Like, first, we were all looking at these experienced, valuable coaches, and it was like, I don't know, maybe we should mix it up, try someone real young. So what we did, we hired a guy who had 0 NBA head coaching experience, and it failed miserably. So obviously, we're going to do the opposite this time around. We pull on probably the best experienced coach there was in the market, and so now we have to see how it goes, guys. This is just the reality we're living in. There's some doubts, of course, but I do think this is the best hire we could have made. I'm excited about that. I was very excited when I heard the news, just because it was definitely better. I'd take Carlisle over a Clifford, or is it Terry something? The Blazers head coach. Sorry. See, I didn't want him so bad I don't even remember his name. Either of them. I'd take Carlisle over either of them every day of the week. It's just a bonus his middle name's Preston, so, you know, we share that, except that's my first, but we all know that. Hopefully you know that. I am Preston, by the way. I mean, if you're new. Also, yeah, please, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're still watching at this point, that means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow this channel so close to 200 subs. There should be, with the YouTube thing, in the bottom corner, like, my logo should be there. If you click that, you should be able to subscribe. My English is broken right now for some reason. But anyways, that basically wraps it up. I don't want to keep you here forever. I normally rant for a long time, but there's just not there's not a lot to say, guys. I mean, he's a good coach. He didn't get fired from the Mavs, and we ended up getting the top coach on the market, which doesn't happen in Indy all the time. So just huge shout out to the ownership and the staff. Mainly, yeah, ownership being willing to pay this guy this much. I really hope that signals a new leaf in the Pacers. Don't get your dreams crushed and think that we're going to ever go into, like, the tax or something. But, I mean, if we ever did that, I'd be really ecstatic, because it shows we're really committed to winning. We'll see what happens. Running it back scares me. I think it scares most Pacers fans with the same players. But if they could just be healthy, I mean, we honestly could be something. We'll just see what happens. I just hope this guy can last more than a season. If the players have problems with him, too, at some point it's got to be the players. So if we see reports again that the players and the coaching staff isn't working out, you got to shake up the roster. I'm just done. We can't go through 3 different coaches because players are having issues. Some rumors and stuff is that Brogdon just doesn't get along with any coach. That's something to keep an eye on this offseason. I don't want to throw him under the bus. I like the guy. I don't want to create false rumors too. If it's not true, it could just not be true. But obviously, you've dealt with our fair share of rumors as Pacers fans. Some have been true, some we don't know. Like the Oladipo one, more than likely true. The man definitely wanted out, and he got his wish. Other ones, not so sure. We'll see kind of how this all happens. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this hire. I think this was as close to a home run hire as you can get, given all the circumstances and who's available. It's not like there's a Popovich out there or something. Carlisle was the best coach we had in the market. We definitely weren't the only team who would have been interested in his services, so locking him up now is great. So shout out to the Pacers once again, like I said. So let me know how you think Carlisle will do with the Pacers. You think this return to Indiana is a good move for him and for the team? And just if you want to talk anything Pacers basketball, or heck, NBA in general, I know hopefully you've seen some of my live streams I did for some of the playoff games in the lottery, etc. So anyways, guys, this is KMA Preston signing out. I've said that twice, but thank you for watching. See you guys later.